So what lies beneath? I've just had the most extraordinary call with a client about her fear of flying, about her flight anxiety. And basically we had just what we call, it seemed like a conversation. It's actually advanced conversational hypnotherapy that I was actually using with this lady to unroot the cause to why the symptom that she has is fear of flying. So that fear of flying can't be found in a book, can't be found in a movie, can't be found in a documentary. That fear of flying she knew was much, much deeper, but she didn't know where it came from. So as we uncovered, and I asked some probing questions, noticing what we call unconscious movements, moments where you kind of lays out a little bit, or you do a something that is followed by really, really important words. So you might scratch your nose and then say something like, I feel unstable. This lady actually used the word stable. Now, I've never come across this before, and that's why I wanted to jump on here and talk about it. See, well, where would you think that unstable or not feeling stable would actually be the symptom giving out fear of flying? So this poor lady was very anxious, very embarrassed, and she used to have a drink to get on board an aircraft, or she was given tablets by the doctors as well. And what this actually does is just numb the feeling, fill the void. It doesn't actually get to the root, the reason, the cause to why she had that flight anxiety in the first place. And bearing in mind, her mum had got a fear of flying and her daughter had got a fear of flying. So there was 3 generations, and we're not born with the fear of flying. So this wonderful, beautiful lady started to have a conversation with me, and that's all it was. And we laughed, we cried, we joked, we had a bit of fun really, but we uncovered the root to why she fears flying. And it was all to do that her mom, through me noticing these unconscious moments that she had and the words that she said after those unconscious moments, that her mom was in and out of her life. She was never, her word, stable. So this lady had got a fear of, on board the aircraft, there was nothing underneath the aircraft. It wasn't to do with knowledge about the aircraft. There was nothing underneath the aircraft. So what could happen? It could fall. So this poor lady, for fear of flying, had never felt stable. She didn't want to sit at the back of the aircraft either, because she wanted to sit at the front. Now, normally when people mention turbulence to me, they never want to sit at the back of the aircraft because it tends to sway just a little bit more than it does at the front. So this lady wanted to sit at the front of the aircraft, not because of turbulence, but because she didn't want to look forward. So basically, she'd been unstable and never wanted to look forward because her mum had been in and out of her life. She'd never had a stable upbringing, and her mum was a drinker. So when she boarded an aircraft, she thought she could numb out the feeling just like her mum did when she was growing up. She could take a drink and that would take away the fear of flying, that anxiety, that anxious feeling, that nervous feeling that some people get when it comes down to the stressful situation. Let's say it as it is. It can be really, really stressful flying, but that's just a temporary, a moment in time, an emotion. It's not your final destination. Your final destination is that wonderful holiday that you're going on. So the fact that this lady didn't feel stable, guess what? Never been stable in a job, never been stable in relationships, not been stable in so many things, yet the presenting issue, symptom, was flight anxiety, was fear of flying, and all because she didn't know what lay beneath. So we did the analogy that what's the difference between driving a car and actually being on board an aircraft? And again, normally people would say it's because I'm out of control. I'm not in control in the car I'm driving. It wasn't that for this lady. It was the fact that there was air underneath the belly of the aircraft, so it wasn't as stable. It wasn't as safe as being on a ground. There's something there to stabilise you. And isn't it interesting that it wasn't anything that you could learn out of a book, anything that you could learn out of a documentary, and that was her cause of her fear of flying. This wonderful, beautiful lady deserves the best holiday because she hasn't flown since 2005, people. And she does work in and around the airline industry. So I wanted to put this out there today to say you can overcome anything and everything that you want to. It's a choice. That's what therapy gives you, is a choice to change. You choose. I know without a doubt this lady is going to have flying confidence, utter flying confidence. And I'm incredibly honoured and proud to be part of that journey, unravelling her travel.